Hello, my wonderful friend. Mega's here up in the library. Another beautiful day. So today's video, my friends, watching this video, believe it or not, will actually save lives. I'm going to show you how that works. And it's not clickbait. We've been doing this almost 10 years. We've had thousands of testimonies of people that their lives have literally been saved from this message I'm about to share with you. I'm not going to wait to the end of the video. That bugs me when people do that, and then they still don't give you a good message. I'm going to give it to you up front. It's the best message you ever heard, but I am going to ask you to stay after I give the message. And the reason is it'll help save more lives. I want this video to go viral. I've had a few viral videos, so I know what it takes. And it's watch time, it's comments, it's likes. And so I'm going to ask you guys, if you like the message I'm going to give you here, please comment, please hit that like button. And then you have the option to stay on. For the algorithm, you need to stay on 10 minutes. So I'm hoping this message I'm going to give you, you think, all right, this is worth me giving him back 10 minutes to move this up, because then it gets out to more people. I don't make any money off the videos or anything like that. It's just for the message. I get joy from seeing people's lives change, and you will be a part of that or not a part of that. And I'm not trying to be heavy or anything, but the message won't get to maybe someone that needed it. And if everyone just clicks off, and then it doesn't work that way. So I'm going to ask, just open your heart. Give me 10 minutes, and it'll change everything. So we're going to be in the ancient text of the Magi. This is the original religion. And the message of the original religion would literally make heaven on earth. And we've seen this in our own lives here at the Order of the Magi, where we live in peace and joy and protection and provision and blessings. And then you feel not obligated, but you want to share it with someone else because it's so simple. And it's just a change of thought. You know, the power of stories. We are a book channel here. We're surrounded with books and stories. And the stories, one that we tell ourselves, stories that other people have told us. Maybe they told you you're not good enough, you're small, you're less than. And when you're a child, even some adults, they'll believe it, and they'll make that story will become a part of them. Now, people with great parents that said, you're a winner, you got this, you know, you're going to win, and you're going to have a great life, and you can do anything, and anything's possible. And those people, they just believe the story. My friends, the power of stories. And I'm going to share a couple of those with you here in a second. But first, I want to get right to the message, because I feel I owe you that. So this is from the Magi text. This is Asha 13. And it's 16 statements and teachings. And the statement says, good is good, bad is bad. And it's so simple. It's hilarious. But the world has forgotten this, my friends. They call horrible things good. Worse than that, they'll call horrible stories and things God. The teaching says the original word. Now, this original word, it's the story, the thought, the energy, the frequency of a perfect creator's perfect mind that made a good world. And in Zoroastrianism, because you might want to look this up afterwards, the Magi are the Zoroastrian priest. God and good are the same thing. Now, I know every religion says that, but the difference is Zoroaster means unmixed, pure starlight. That's the star the Magi follow. So our God doesn't love and hate, right? He's not at peace and can go to war. He doesn't love and can hate. He doesn't heal and can send sickness and disease. He's just the highest principle of good. And I think you're already seeing what sets the original religion apart from the religions that followed. And please, after this, go just Google Zoroastrianism and look it up. Look up Asha, the spirit of truth. It's literally life-changing. And then we have 3,000 videos here. We delve into all of it. It says the original word of the good religion is that all good comes from the Creator and no evil comes from him. And from this original word is the spiritual world made straight, and then the material world comes into order. Meaning, when you take that right spirit, that right story into you, and it becomes a part of you, you become a prayer. And it's what true prayer is. Another thing that's been lost in the new religions. The only prayer that's answered is the prayer you become. When you become one with that all good God, unmixed, and you're vibrating that frequency, your very life is a song, and the world comes into the order of your song, be it good, bad, or mixed in between. And so when you start singing Asha, which is the original word, the original song, the spirit of truth, the perfect creator's perfect idea, the only thing that could come from his perfect mind, your world starts to come into order. And knowing that, you'll instantly start to see changes. And one big change that comes, you get a different idea of who God is, my friends. And that's set more people free. They're no longer scared of God. It's reasonable. It makes sense. Stories maybe they heard growing up in their religion that didn't seem very good. All of our stories, my friends, they're good. There's no confusion. It's Zoroaster, pure starlight that the Magi follow, my friends. And now I wanted to share this with you. So what are we? We're 6 minutes into this. Stay 4 more minutes and you'll see we can make a viral video. It really is that simple. And go to the comments and hit that like button. It's the interaction that does it. But this is from Shadow of the Wind. And there is such truth in story. And listen to this. And this is another life we're saving. This is where I'm going with this. It says, every book, every volume you see has a soul. The soul of the person who wrote it and of those who read it and lived and dreamed with it. Now, here's what I really want you guys to see about ancient text and the more people that interact with it. It says, every time a book changes hands, every time someone runs his eyes down its page, its spirit grows and strengthens. My friends, every time people rediscover this ancient text and they read it and they live with it and their eyes run over it and they start to match the frequency of it, my friends, it strengthens the life of this message, of this story. It keeps the story alive and going. That's what the Magi do. And the story saves lives. My friends, it's so beautiful. And then I got to read this from Night Circus. This is powerful. It says, you may tell a tale that takes up residence in someone's soul, becomes their blood and self and purpose. That tale will move them and drive them, and who knows what they might do because of it, because of your words. That is your role, your gift. My friend, you can shape people's future. And when you feed them truth and love, my friends, you tell them a better story about God and about themselves, you're changing someone's future. You're changing maybe a subconscious belief that they've had about themselves, about the world, about God. And when that changes, their world begins to change. We're 8 minutes and 45 seconds. I want to keep this going. We got to stay on 10 minutes. So I'm going to read some more to you. I'm going to go to Asha 5. Asha 5 is my other favorite. It says, believe only the highest truth, and you enter Asha. Again, Asha is the spirit of truth. It's the perfect creator's perfect idea. You could think of it as heaven on earth, right? And so how do we get to that heaven on earth? How do we create it? By believing the highest truth, the highest God, not one of those gods that's mixed energy that came after, but the original God that's just good. And we take that spirit into us. You know, that's what religion's really about, union, you and God becoming one. So what God have you become one with? My friends, I suggest the original, the all-good God. It says, as the wise Lord is perfect, so his idea of creation is perfect. This is called Asha truth. Isn't that beautiful? And I always say that the only thing that could come from a good God's good mind is good stuff, right? This idea of truth, it's the very spirit of God. It's the true vision of God's ideal existence. It is the real above all real. Like you can create a reality, but it might not be the real above all real. It might not be the perfect creator's perfect idea. You may have created a hell on earth reality, right? But isn't it beautiful to know you can change that with a change of thought, a better story. Start telling a true story. It says creation, this is Asha, creation in perfect order and harmony, where nothing occurs at the expense or harm of another. My friends, Asha, the spirit of truth. You become one with that. You remember Asha 13, good is good, bad is bad. That's the formula, right? If someone tells you something about God or yourself and it doesn't make you feel good inside, it's not God. God is always good. He's always, that's my boy, that's my girl. You've got this. I'm proud of you. You know, in our holy text, it talks about before you even came to earth, you stood outside of time and space in the God mind, Vohu Mana. Here in the West, we'd probably call it the Christ mind, where you and God are one mind. And you saw your lifeline from beginning to end, and you chose to come, right? It's a lot different than maybe you were told in your religion. You can't be separated from God. You wouldn't have come. God wouldn't have sent you if you could be separated. You came because you saw you would change the world from negative to positive. Just move that needle even a little for better life for the next generations, your kids, your grandkids, right? Because things are passed in our very genes and DNA. You're going to tell a better story in your very life, your frequency, your DNA that you pass on. My friends, you're going to move it from negative to positive, from hate to love, from scary God to loving good God, from lie to truth. My friends, it's beautiful. And I'm so proud of you. Spirit's so proud of you. God's so proud of you. You are beautiful. You are wonderful. Maybe no one's told you this before. You're not your past failures, mistakes, and errors. I know things have been passed in your genes and DNA from mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, addictions and anger issues. We've all been working those out, but we knew before we came, we were going to work it out. We're going to make it better for the ones to follow. We're going to make this world back into the perfect creator's perfect idea that we call Asha. If you've made it this far, thank you. You've made this where this will get to more people. Someone really needed to hear this, and it'll save a life. And you strengthened the life of Asha in this story, and I can't thank you enough for that. And I love you.